What's going on, people? It's your boy Uche with another video. So I just got off Instagram, and apparently Nicki Minaj is trending because she's talking about how nobody wants to sign to her heavy on it record. However, they turn around and sign the white folks, even though the white people are asking for her. Something like that, Chad. First of all, Miss Onika, the reason why nobody wants to sign with you is because of your big fat ego, okay? Literally nobody. Nobody at all, especially a female, wants to be signed to a self proclaimed queen. According to your own words, you said, I'm gonna be the queen no matter how hard they shuffle. Nobody wants to be signed under that. Imagine, put yourself in a young female artist, rapper's position. Imagine that person signing to your label, and no matter how hard they work, they will never surpass you. That's, to me, that's a curse in a way. Like, it's a self curse. Nobody wants that shit. And let's be honest too, this industry is reeking of all kinds of ego and narcissism. So so many people competing to be the queen is bound to be on catch on fire, Chad. It's about to be a hot mess. That's why nobody wants to sign to your label. I'm gonna be honest. I've talked about this before. I like Nicki Minaj's music. I think she's a very dope rapper. As a person, I'm not a fan of her as a person. But this is one thing about me, okay? I know how to be neutral. I don't have to like you as a person, but I know how to be neutral to say that you do have something worthwhile. I may not even understand that thing, but I can see in my own spirituality how that thing exudes God, okay? That's why I've talked about so many times you don't have to like anyone, myself included. You don't have to like me. But if you look at things from a place of neutrality, you can tell that certain things certain people do, like me, for example, comes from God. Even though there might be some type of distortion here and there, I do believe that Nicki Minaj's talent is real. Okay, she does have a dope ass talent from God. Her ability to wordplay, to rap, to rhyme, all of that, and she has a dope ass voice. I know her voice is not really for everybody. Like, she is the queen of her type of rap, and she does it so what. Like, I feel like nobody else can do Nicki Minaj better than Nicki Minaj, and that is a real flex. And that's shout out to God for giving her that talent. But I believe that Nicki Minaj's problem is her fans. These barbs, bro, these delusional ass barbs are the reason why Nicki Minaj is as deluded as she is. These delusional ass barbs don't gas this woman up so much that I feel like this lady believes that her feces, her shit, tastes like cotton candy. Because these barbs, it's ridiculous. I feel like they don't gas her up so much to the point that she feels like she is untouchable. And I feel like maybe perhaps at some point in her career, she had no competition. Let's be honest, for such a long time. I remember when I was in high school, I was listening to Nicki Minaj. You know what I'm saying? Early years in college, she had no real competition. And she was right. Some female artists would come and go, but she was always there. I would say that one of the reasons why she was relevant is probably because she did some shady things. But, Onika has been messy. She is a messy ass person. No shade, it just is. And after a while, people started rising, and more female artists just started coming. I guess maybe that's probably because of the explosion of social media, the internet. Anybody can just grab a beat off of YouTube, grab a microphone and just start doing that thing. And there are some really talented people, men and women. I know that the rap and hip hop is, predominantly male, but there are some women who are about that life. They spit hard. And over time they started having the audacity to do their things. And now there's a lot more talent. Yes, it is true that a lot of these rappers, both men and women, sound the same. They sound very generic. But once in a while you have people like, Meg the Stallion, who's very talented. Shout out to Megan, by the way. Cardi B, I think Cardi B is talented in her own way. She may not necessarily have the same kind of talent as Nicki, but she is talented in her own way. When you have a real fan base, that's something that money cannot buy. And now, for the first time, Nicki Minaj has real competition. And I feel like, yes, truly, she's very talented, but I feel like one of the things that's going on well for her is longevity. I could say she's the longest relevant female artist or female rapper till date, and that's legacy. If you want to call it that, or icon status, whatever you want to call it. And also she has a huge fan base, and I think that's dope. But the fact that you keep disrespecting these other female rappers is what makes you unattractive. You keep calling yourself the queen, the queen, the queen. You know what I'm saying? One of her songs in her last album, she was talking about how she is the greatest female rapper alive, and I put that on my kid. If I was a female artist, I wouldn't say that. I would not say that. If I was a female artist And I like you, Nicki. Like, I like your style. I like you, everything. Like, to me, you are an icon. And I am a female artist that is working hard, working my ass off. I would not say that with my own lips because that's cursing myself. That's me co signing that, yes, you are so great, even better than me. And I think that's what makes her unlikable in the industry, because of the big fat ego. I will say this though, Nicki has kind of humbled down a bit. I think it was way worse before. I think she kind of mellowed down. I've seen moments of vulnerability with her, and I think it's quite attractive to a certain extent. But these fans, bro, these barbs are the problem. I think they are the problem. They're the ones who are gassing this woman up so much that she just feels invincible. And that is a problem. I've talked about how when you put somebody on a pedestal, the higher pedestal you put them, the harsher the fall will be. And I believe that's why the Bible said fall comes after pride. Or pride comes before fall. I see a lot of people talking about how Nicki Minaj is too big, she's too iconic to be ranting on the internet, because you're well made, which is true to a certain extent. But the issue is, even though she appears well made on the outside, I don't think the money is well made, in my opinion. I believe that the industry is going broke, in my opinion. For a lot of reasons, according to the stats. I know she was talking about it with Joe Budden about rap is down 40% or 30%. That is real. That's like some real shit. I feel like Afro beats is taking over. Afro beats, maybe also my piano, and also house music are taking over. I feel like people are just kind of sick and tired of hearing the same popping pussy and shooting this and that. People are just tired of it. It's the same shit over and over and over, and it's down. And also part of that is there is way more competition now. Before it was just Onika, it was just her. But now there's a whole lot more people. People might still prefer Onika, but if your price is way too high, we go to Meg Thee Stallion, we go to Cardi B, we go to the City Girls, or JT, and so on and so forth. And as a result, the money is going dry. You have to understand a lot of these celebrities, they spend money as they lose it. They make a lot of money, but they also lose a lot of money. Think about it. Let's say, imagine that costs $10 million. That's how much the mansion costs. A lot of these people don't pay the $10 million cash. They finance just like the rest of us. Your home may be $500,000. You finance for 30 years. Theirs is $10 million. They still have to finance. So which means that they have to make monthly payments just like everybody else. Even if they did buy the house, cash, they still have to make maintenance. The light bill alone in a $10 million mansion could be, I don't know, $10,000 alone, and that's just the light bills. And then you have to pay for water. You have to pay for like the garden people, because I don't see Nicki Minaj mowing her own lawn. The pool person, things like that. Money is always leaving, and then she also has a private jet. To own a private jet is a lot. To maintain a private jet, because you can't park it at home, you have to park it at the airport. You have to pay for that lot, pay taxes on top of it, and aviation fuel is not cheap, Chad. So there is a lot involved in being a celebrity. I don't know if you guys noticed, she released her album, her last album in December, yet there's no music video. I wonder why. And then she hopped on to go do her tour, which is a smart thing, don't get me wrong, and she's doing well in her tour. But I feel like the reason why there is no music video so far is because the money is running dry. So as a result of the industry being, going down, having more competition, cost of living is high as hell. I believe the money is running dry, and she's trying so hard to remain relevant. This is all reflective of the illusion of capitalism. Capitalism basically lying to us that more is more, and I disagree. Less is more, okay? The less you have, the more likely you are to survive this mess, in my opinion. But unfortunately, the perversion of capitalism has taught everybody that, you have to just basically work yourself to stupor, work yourself off the fucking cliff if you want to, I don't know, live the trife life. And a lot of people are falling victim of this. And again, I feel like part of the reason why someone like Nicki is falling victim to this is because of her fans who are delusional as hell. Okay, Chad, that's a whole nother conversation. These fans are the reason why I don't like Nicki as a person, because they just gas this lady up so much. And I think Nicki is someone who's actually really likable in her element, and I've seen that in a couple of interviews. Like, she has a lot of dope ass personalities. Like I've seen certain sides of Nicki that I feel like, okay, this is actually quite admirable. This is humble. This is very vulnerable. This is likable. I can see this. But when I see how her fans gas her up and the person she becomes as a result of it, I'm like, child, I just clock out. But I'm here for the music though, because she definitely is. No one can do Nicki better than Nicki. She's very talented. But I feel like ideally what should happen, what should be, is that you just do your thing. Whatever your thing is, right? Because she's very talented. She's very beautiful. She's very animated. She is just that it girl. It just is. And just do your thing. It shouldn't be a situation where you're calling yourself a queen. Like, people will call you a queen if they want to or not. Who gives a shit? Just get in the studio, write your shit, spit your shit, produce your shit, and move on. If people want to stream your shit, they will stream your shit. I don't think that there needs to be all this back and forth, especially if you call yourself a queen. Because I don't know about y'all, I don't know any queen who makes noise about queendom all the time. Because if you have to keep reminding people that you are a queen, child, makes me give you the side eye. Do you really believe that you're a queen, or are you trying to convince us that you are a queen before you're convinced that you're a queen? Oh, Chad. I know some of these barbs will probably come for me because I know they've come for me in the past. You know, some of the videos that I did talk about Nicki Minaj. It is what it is. I rebuke all of you people in the mighty name of Amadio Handara, Ndishinkwacha, but we thank God. I just want to use this opportunity to remind people in everything you do your best and let your best speak for itself. It just is. We should, there shouldn't be a situation where you are fighting each other. You know, like there's plenty of room for all of us to be successful, quote unquote successful, whether it's in a rap industry or outside the rap industry, there cannot just be one king. There cannot be just be one queen. If you believe that you have what it takes to stand out, then show us and let us, the audience, decide. Nicki is the queen of Nicki's type of rap, and that's okay. But not everybody is calibrated to receive her type of rap. There's some people who will listen to Cardi B shit and be like, okay, well, this is more so my stuff. Maybe they'll listen to Meg Thee Stallion and be like, oh, this is way more my stuff. Or City Girls, or whatever the situation is. Or Lado. These women are all talented. They wouldn't be up there if they didn't have some type of talent. But to fight each other and push each other against each other just because of narcissism, just because of ego, because you're so desperate to be called a queen, why? 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 When you die, you wouldn't take the fucking crown with you to the grave. All of this shit is vain. Super vain. Like, it makes me wonder, like, what is the point? What is the purpose of gaining all of this in this world? The private jets, the kingdom, the queendom, all of this stuff, for you to lose your being as a human being occupying space and time, your ability to love and be loved, your ability to be present, your ability to just bless people with the spirit of God that's speaking through you. Let's not forget, like, the way it should be is God is speaking through these people. We are not supposed to be worshiping these people. All glory goes to God. We are supposed to see the light shining through you as a creation and glorify the creator in heaven. It shouldn't be worshiping you. That's the issue that I have with some of these fan base. It's not just the barbs, chat. I know the Beehives be on some bullshit too, and a lot of these fan base, they don't start all kinds of fuck shit. You know, just let the preacher preach. Okay, even I block people here, especially on TikTok. I be blocking people. I know some people try to gas me up because they think, chat, you're not about to put me on no ridiculous pedestal whatsoever. None of this is me when I speak. I don't speak as Uche. Believe it or not, sometimes when I watch some of my videos, I almost don't recognize myself. Because I know that without the Spirit of God speaking through me, Chad, I've been sounding all kinds of dumb. For real, for real. Like, this is not me speaking. This is God speaking through me. Now, imagine somebody who sees my words and then they worship me, put me on some type of pedestal, and then you completely disregard the powers that is speaking through me. Chad, it sounds like you need a mirror for Christmas. So again, look, stop worshiping these celebrities. They're all humans, just like you and I. You know, if you really love people, you should hold them accountable, not putting them on a pedestal. Because again, the higher the pedestal, the harsher the fall and crash will be. And you, as a human being, occupying space and time, irrespective of who you are, do your best and let your best speak for itself. Your best may not necessarily be somebody else's best, and so on and so forth. This is because we're all different. We all have our own different purposes in life. Do your best, because at the end of the day, you're going to depart this world, and none of that accolade will go into the grave with you. And let your best speak for itself. And get rid of this narcissistic bullshit. But then I don't really blame people, because this is a culture we live in. This capitalism thing that has a lot of people all kinds of fucked up. It is what it is. Anyway, Uche, peace and love.